EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Osweiler's Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And after that play, we've got a man down, a member of the linebacking corps, and the medical staff will attend to it. This is Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And speaking of Lamar Miller, up over 1,000 yards this season for the Houston Texans, 5 touchdowns as well. And the second time in his 5-year career, he topped the 1,000 mark.
And he did it missing 2 games due to injury, so just think of what the numbers could have been. But looking forward, he's such a versatile player. I would not be surprised if Bill O'Brien adds a little more to his plate in 2017 and throws the ball a little bit more to him out of the backfield. Get him into space and let him create bigger plays that way as well. Brandon, if I told you in preseason that DeAndre Hopkins would have less than 1,000 receiving yards, would you have looked at me funny?
I would have. He's coming off a 1,500-yard season, and he's gotten better each and every year through the first 3.
And they have weapons around him now. Will Fuller can stretch the field. Braxton Miller, when they get him back healthy, he can fly as well. They got Lamar Miller as a running back in free agency. They've got people who can stretch things open and get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins in open field, but he had a connection that wasn't very good with his quarterbacks this season.
And by the way, Charles, touchdown production dropped big time too. 11 last season, 4 this year. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. 3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Hard throw, incomplete. Jonathan Grimes, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So now the Texans will call on the veteran Shane Leckler to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, well, you can make bigger plays downfield.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 83 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning. Detroit. All right, now look at 56. Let's go. 56.
Now Osweiler on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
Play action. It's Osweiler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll indeed go for it with Osweiler. And finding Fedorowicz. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Miller, the lone setback. They'll give it to him here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I
think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back to Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! 3-19!
On second down, here's Osweiler. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier able to drop him for a loss of 4. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green!
They're going on 4th down. It's Osweiler. And it is incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Finding time. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DJ Reader in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. A screen to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down.
And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they?
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now Ben on third and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Osweiler on second down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Red zone opportunity. On the counter, it's Miller. A strong running. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On second down, Osweiler. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They come up in an offset eye. Again, it's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Trying to shake off the interception from the last. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. Green with a catch left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's got his man here. It's Green. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And now it's second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He's going to air one out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Roethlisberger. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23. Youngest ever to do so. Has never looked back. Here's Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 42 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And partner, you know I'm a big advocate of taking tape measures and just throw them away. I want to know if a guy can flat out play. Well, DeAndre Hopkins is about 6'1", and we're used to the guys who go up and take it one-handed like we just saw there. 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys. In this case, he plays way taller than what he's listed, doesn't he?
He does indeed, and that was spectacular.
And we've got to watch him work his routine. We saw it during practice during the week. We saw it in pregame. He works hard at these one-handed catches. He's not just showing off.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And the cutback to the sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Texans a first down in the red zone this time. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Novak to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically, you just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third down, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Osweiler's going to throw it. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Osweiler. And the catch made by Hopkins. him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Houston first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now a first down following that long gain.
Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Hurry up, here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing again, Osweiler. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. Now, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.